This is a game that I had in my Tortoise. Now, apologies if you were expecting a map guide. I want to try and not just do map guides on my channel, you know, have other videos now and again. I do enjoy making the map guides, and I want to make sure that they're kind of the highest quality that they can be, which is why I'm also making this video. Now, this UI is 1440p, and I want kind of your opinion if I should stay like this, because I do have a 2K monitor or 1440p monitor, and it's, you know, I limit it down to 1080p so that the HUD size is increased, which helps people to actually, you know, see what's going on. So I want kind of your input on this. Do I keep it 1440p? The quality is going to be better overall, but the HUD size will be smaller. Now, for some people it's not going to matter. I know for mobile phone users though, this could be an issue. So yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. But anyway, moving on to this game. The Tortoise. I think it's got the highest DPM in the game. It's got like 4,300 almost. It's insane. And I would rate this tank better than the Badger, tier for tier at least, because of the fact that it has a shorter reload time. Now, why is that so important? Well, with the Tortoise, you can easily permatrack someone. This thing, I've got it down to 5.6 second reload. Now, for 400 alpha damage, that's insane. Like, it's an incredible DPM. And the reason why it's so good for tracking people is tracks usually can take about, you know, 6-7 seconds, depending on the crew skills. I mean, in my Tortoise, I think it takes me about 4 or 5 seconds to fully, you know, get my tracks back up. And that's good. That's got, you know, repair crew on it, whatnot. I've not got a toolbox on this. I do carry a heavy spool liner though, or a super heavy spool liner. As well as that, I use vents and gun rammer. The view range on the Tortoise is enough so that you don't really need to use coated optics, as long as you have a good crew. So, yeah. Why is it so good? Well, you can shoot someone, track them, keep them in place, and keep doing damage to them. And as long as they don't have a repair kit, which is very easily remedied, because if they use their repair kit, you're tracking them, you just track them again, they're permatracked now. They've got nothing. They can't do anything. And that is why the Tortoise is so deadly if you're sitting out in the open in front of someone. But what's happened in the game so far? Well, our team sort of just died. As you can see, we're being flanked. Take him out, no problems. And this is the DPM. Look at this. T-34 thinks, okay, I can make it. No, you can't. Not against the Tortoise. You know, this reload time is insanely good. Even here, against this T-26E5, we put one shell into him. We're now watching him in between the buildings. Can we put another shell in? We go for it, maybe. I think there was actually a house in the way that I then destroyed, so we could get the outline of him. But I mean, unlucky roll there. We could have rolled a little bit higher. But it doesn't matter. We got a follow-up shell, but he gets taken out. Now, as you can see on the map, or over there, it looks lost. When I was playing this game, I thought, okay, we've lost this game. Let's just try and get as much damage done as possible and just see where this goes. Defender is coming down. It looked like the Skoda was coming down, although I can't see him anymore. There is an Emil coming down though as well. Yeah, it doesn't look so good. And it's basically just me and this UDES against them. I mean, this SU is caught out in the open. There's not really much he can do. Now, one thing. The Emil right here. There is actually a weak point at the top of the tank, right there, that you can shoot. And watch this DPM. You see that he just shot? I'm basically shooting the exact same time as him. That's incredible. You know, he has 3 shots in his autoloader that are 3 seconds interval. And I'm shooting nearly as fast as that for 400 alpha. You know, he gets what, 390 I think it is? That's insanely good. For a tank like this. It's got great armor. I think that the Tortoise is actually the most balanced tank in the game. And here's the reason why. While we just try not to let this defender, you know, circle around us. The Tortoise has incredible armor, but it's not impenetrable. It's got that weak point at the top right. And I'm looking for the Skoda, and unfortunately we can't spot him, but he's over there. It looks like he's actually coming down. But there's a weak point to the top right and just to the left of the gun that you can penetrate. You know, if you know what you're doing, you can take one of these out. If you don't know what you're doing though, and you don't take the time to learn about the tank, then yeah, you're in a bad situation. A bit like I am now. I'm getting flanked by a defender, and I just saw the Skoda not go left. So I know that he's probably going to the right now to try and juke me out. But we know what's happening. Right now, we put one shell into him. Are we going to get the kill? That was very close, but we did get it. Defender is now shooting me. I want to worry about this defender. Progetto just took out whatever was left in their cap circle, and now is shooting me as well. And we need to take out the defender. The defender gets taken out, we can now worry about the Progetto. It's a 1v1 now. And yeah, at this point I was thinking, okay, it's not looking so great. Because, I mean, if he manages to get behind me somehow, I'm dead. There's not really anything I can do. However, if I can get into a position where I can see him and he can't get around the back of me, maybe, I don't know, something like the position in K3. I was thinking about a few other positions. Just up the hill here, to the left, I was thinking maybe, you know, that'd be okay, because we could see him coming down the island to the right. But that doesn't really help me too much. I mean, it's still quite a lot of positions to look at. Again, if I went into, say, K or J4 or 5, that type of area, I would still have to then come up through the rocks and shoot him. And he's quite a fast mobile tank. You know, he is a medium tank, he's not a light tank, but he's got a gun that does a lot of damage, and if he gets around the back of me, he could perma-track me, no issues. So as you can see now, I was thinking about it, maybe stay here, maybe, no, we need to go. As you can see, the AMX 1357 on our team, Zui, he's pinging, he's trying to help me out. When it comes to this, you know, your team trying to help you, most of the time it can just be useless. Because they're telling you to do this, that and the other, and then, you know, calling you a noob if you don't do what you say, or what they say. Honestly, in these situations, play your game how you want to play it. Don't rely on, you know, asking your team and whatnot, because most of the time they're going to be toxic, but once now and again, you know, quite good information. You know, he's saying try and get your butt to a wall and looking at the cap, which, yeah, that's what you need to do in this situation. So, useful information from my team for once. But always, you know, play your game first, and then maybe if the team does suggest something useful, then, you know, act on it. So we're making our way up to the K2 or K3 area. It might take a while, so let's just speed this up a little bit. I actually love the sounds of that. It sounds like a little RC car. Big old heavy tank, and it sounds like an RC car. I love it. But we're still waiting, and it's about now I said I'm going to pitch my tent. But there you go, there's Progetto. And did he really stand a chance? I mean, I was feeling pretty confident in myself at this position. There wasn't too many points that he could have killed me from. So yeah, GG. And as you can see, it's only a first class. People play this tank ridiculously well and have ridiculously good games in it. And I can't complain. You know, this tank is great. And I'm more than happy getting a first class medal on this particular game. As you can see, we done what? 4 times the damage of the second place guy? Yeah, that's just how good this tank really is. So, yeah. There you go. There's all the stats. You can pause it if you wanted to look at a bit more detail. But, yeah, follow me on Twitch. Have games like this all the time. Definitely no sarcasm there. And join the Discord, because I'm always online. You can talk to me about whatever you want. And I'll see you in a bit.